Well, let's stay with that particular story as we get some analysis and perspective from Don Pedro Obaseki, President, Midwest People's Movement of Nigeria. Don, good to see you. What exactly do Nigerians stand to gain from the elimination and eradication of the 1999 Constitution, which you seem to be very interested in? Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead with your thoughts, please.
Nigeria is like a nation that built via reverse osmosis. And is where the problem is. The Nigerian Constitution, as it is presently constituted, is a lie. It's a fraud. There is room for all the constituent components of the Union of Nigeria to sit and negotiate, or to use it properly, refederalize the country. So there is the need, prior to that, to decommission the Constitution. It is nothing new. It was done in South African nations across the world. So what Nigeria will stand to gain is to have the proper columns and pillars as that proper federation, so that Nigeria can stop living a serial lie. Today, our nation is a lie. Like Tony said in the in your up-sound that you just gave, it is simple. The first line of the Constitution that says "we the people" is a lie, because never did we the people in 1999 sit, whether you are from Birom, Pangshin, Shendam, whether you are Ibibio, Bini, Urobo, Yoruba, Hausa, any one of us.
All right.
We never sat and constituted that Constitution. That is the problem. And everything that is on that the purpose is today.
Don Pedro,
unless you
we need
cut
to,
the cancer,
yes, just a moment. We need to shift our focus to other issues as regards what is playing around you. Because some people believe that, I mean, America has had just one constitution for quite some time, and they only had to, make amendments. And people wonder why we can't just resolve to just making amendments to the constitution. But away from that is also the fact that there were reports that the federal government was planning to proscribe your group or members of your group. How are you and the rest of your team receiving this report?
Okay, number one, let's not misinform people. The American Constitution, which I am very, very abreast, was done by the unquote founding fathers. All those who created unity of the all across the United States. They were not all English. They came from places of New England, which you call New Hampshire today, New York, Connecticut, Boston,
yes,
Massachusetts,
your points.
Along with
maybe the next question, because we are absolutely pressed for time.
So,
how are you responding to the news that the federal government is planning to proscribe your group?
We are not a group. It's just an alliance of several groups. NINAS is an alliance of several groups, so they may have to proscribe all ethnic nationalities, or particularly those of southern and middle belt extraction, which means proscribe all the groups of Yoruba land, or the group of the Midwest region of Nigeria, or the groups of the southeast, or the group of the south, or the group of all. So you are going to proscribe all the groups of 24 states in Nigeria. So that is it. Meanwhile, you are not proscribing Mietiala. Instead, you are giving them 100 billion naira from the sole reading backs of the poor of the Niger Delta, on which this nation has been built, on the sole reading backs of our people, of the marginalized people of the Midwest, of the marginalized people of the Eastern, marginalized people of the South, of the Niger Delta, of the marginalized people of the Yoruba nation. You don't solve problems by pushing it under the carpet. You don't solve problems by deciding over everybody. You don't solve problems. We are just saying dialogue. Let us talk over the problems so that we can find an enduring solution, rather than a fire brigade approach that will Talibanize our people. There is absolutely no need for that. This is not a regional secession. It is just for self-determination for the people. Their continued existence and their continued federalization within the Nigerian Union. That is very clear, and it doesn't need it's not rocket science. What we have today is a unitary government run from the cubicle of some people in Abuja. We don't even know when then take Paraga, and then they begin to lord it over the remaining nation. That cannot continue to happen. Right now, we are saying that the people of Nigeria should be allowed to, like human beings, and negotiate their continued involvement, just like our forefathers did in the Lancaster House prior to our declaration of independence. There is nothing wrong there.
I would have loved to allow you to continue, but would like to thank you most kindly for sharing your thoughts with us on the news.
Thank you, my brother.
President of People's Movement of
Let's
Nigeria.
talk together.
Thank you most kindly for your thoughts.